I want to talk about this here. Did you see Trump's Oval Office thing on the border crisis and stuff and all that?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and this is why, to me, this whole issue is so ridiculous, is because they've taken the polar opposite end of each side of these argument and just highlighted that.
Right.
And like in the middle, like, because here's the thing, Trump is making a very extreme case of what having no wall can have. Okay, and he's all in on like, people will be getting killed and just all that. It's like that's not going to happen. But you can't deny the whole thing, like that the wall, a bigger wall like that in the past in other countries happened. It's going to mathematically decrease the percentage of people coming in illegally. It's just simple math. If they would just present that as the argument, it would sound more reasonable, because then like what the Democrats say is that, oh, this isn't a lot. This wall is useless, won't work. It's illogical. I'm like, no, it's not. It says it's not illogical to put a big barrier in between us and a country that has a big drug war going on right now and has a murder rate 5 times higher than us. That's not unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? But because Trump is taking the extreme end of the argument, they fight with the other extreme end and say, well, that doesn't make any sense. There is sense in the middle. I mean, I don't understand why people are morally against the wall when it's like, dude, it's like Mexico is high crime right now. 40 years ago, it wasn't like this. It's like the things have changed, and like
So here's the thing: I live in San Diego, and so the crime is 5 times bigger than it is in Chicago, and Chicago's way, way, way bigger than TJ. But here's the problem: none of that is spilling over into San Diego. Here, there is no drug problems. There is no drug shootouts. There is none of that. Okay, so the real reason is to keep out illegal immigrants. Okay,
yeah,
but
absolutely,
but the real reason here is Trump is now getting very desperate, kind of like the conversation we just had about, or we're going to have about Saban, just making, these things under pressure and making like wrong moves. Mm-hmm. He's under pressure because in 1 year he needs to be reelected, and he got elected on that wall, and he hasn't put that wall up. And he said the Mexicans were going to be under dime. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Mexicans aren't going to pay for it. The last president said it. This president said it, and they ain't going to do it. And he can't make them do it, even though he said that he was going to keep all that money that the Mexicans were sending to the United States. Well, Mexicans will just quit sending money. So at the end of the day, they're not going to pay for it. So now he's asking the taxpayers, which is not what he originally said, to pay $5 billion for this. Wait.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not a lot of money in the big picture.
Okay, but here's the thing. But to a lot of people, it's just morally looks wrong to be building a wall with your neighbor. And I can tell you for a fact, that it's going to stop a very small, minute amount of people.
I disagree with that.
They will go through, bro.
Yeah, they will, but it'll make it more difficult. I mean, it's not a minute number. Bro,
yeah,
there's kids crossing. There's kids that literally just walk across the border.
I remember that.
And that's how simple it is to be an illegal immigrant. A kid can do it.
They might be doing it in Arizona. They ain't doing it in California. But here's the thing. When you were talking about Israel and who else had the wall, West Bank, right? The Palestinians, right?
Yeah.
That's a very small border.
Of course it is. Yeah, that's not. But I'm saying is.
But let me just say, I just say one thing. Yeah, you can put the wall up and it will stop the flow. But I can guarantee you, bro, between tunnels, you have zero idea how many tunnels there are between Tijuana and San Diego. Wait a minute. Tunnels. Wait. Between tunnels and mini subs and just corrupt people that you can pay him, a pilot, a guy that drives a speedboat, so many ways that people that want money, how much you pay me, I'll get him across. People are always going to get across. I'm not saying don't build the wall, but if you think that's going to stop an illegal from coming in here, you're pretty wrong.
I think it could more so as more of a deterrent, because if people see it's more difficult, you're just going to have more people that aren't going to just pack up and try to make the trip. I'm just saying it's just going to mathematically decrease legal immigration.
I'm a big proponent. We have to have a comprehensive immigration law. I've been saying it. They've been kicking the can down the road since Reagan. Reagan was in office in fucking early 80s. Nobody's done shit. Bush pretend he was going to do something. He didn't do nothing. Nobody's done anything. They got to make some sort of plan here, because most of the people that come into the United States illegally from Central America are coming for one reason and one reason only: for a better life. They ain't coming here to commit more crimes.
Right. So why don't they just go through the regular port of entry? That's all they're asking the people to do.
Yeah,
It's like if you're coming in for a better life, come go through legal immigration. We'll probably give it to you. I mean, it's not that they're turning away a lot of people for the immigration. It's like they're letting most of the people in that are going through the legal process. It's just if you're an illegal, it creates problematic.
Right.
I'm just saying. There's a reasonable argument on both sides, but each side's argument sounds unreasonable. If that's what I'm trying to get at.
Right. Because they're when Trump walks into the first of all, I popped with this. Today, when Trump walked in to talk with the Democrats, he handed some candy out to them, right? That must have been awesome.
Did he? I didn't read that.
Yeah, bro, that I popped when I read that, right? And they weren't even in there like fucking 10 minutes. Hey, man, you're going to fund the bun? Okay, bye. We got nothing to talk about. That's not the way you negotiate, fix things, or come to an agreement. He should have stayed there and hashed it out. But he keeps wanting to put all the blame on them. And you know me, I'm apolitical. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just saying, you should have sat down there and not left till you made a deal. But he got up, kind of threw like a temper tantrum and bolted.
Right, you ready for the go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just going to say, did you see Pelosi and Schumer's little rebuttal?
Yeah, that was disturbing. That was brutal. Bro, it's like Ben Shapiro did a good thing, like ripping on that. But, bro, it's like he's right. Older politicians do not understand the art of how to work a camera.
No, they looked...
like the younger ones that do, that get it, like are the ones that people gravitate.
That's why Trump is so fucking badass. Look how old he is, and he is the master of the camera, of the interviews, of the fucking quick answer. These people, they're not TV ready. One guy was up there like that. The other one looked like she was all fucked up. They look
dead.
They look out of touch. Oh, they look out of touch.
Yeah.
She looked heavily medicated, and he just looked like a fucking robot, basically.
Yeah. All right, you ready for
the two right now?
let's go.